with you, folks. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Good afternoon. My first sip of coffee for today. Yeah, it's about that time anyway. Let's see what time is it. Yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock. That's when I really crave my coffee. I really do. I'm AngelNaphtalie, and I'm a drummer. Those of you who already have been following me already know that. I actually have my drum here today. I don't think I'm going to get to play him, but this is Benji. He's my first djembe. That's my baby. He's right there. I won't be able to play it too much. I have some rude neighbors next door who every time I play the drum they start freaking out. My other neighbors who I live with, they love it when I play, but you always have somebody in the neighborhood who has an issue when they don't need to. Like, this is a free space, right? This is my backyard. Well, not just mine, but it's our backyard where we live. He does not live there. Yeah. But you always got to have somebody who's going to make a problem for you. But I was playing last night. I sure enough was. I was playing most of the afternoon. I didn't record anything. I didn't record anything, really. I did do a reel on TikTok where I was just playing to a particular song. WAP. You might see that on my YouTube page. I put it there as well. And I was playing Benji there. Just WAP, WAP, WAP. But, and then later I cooked, and I think I put that video up as well. Everybody says, oh, Angel, you're not cooking anymore. You used to do all these cooking videos. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Especially if you're cooking for yourself. Why do I want to give you all of my good cooking? Unless you're coming over, which I doubt. Let's bring you a little closer. So I'm going to have a little hard time reading text. I see some people are in here already. Wow. Let's see who that is. Put your name in the comment, then I could see it better, because I still have a problem with my eyes. If you don't know yet, because you might be new, I had recent surgery on my eye, and then I had laser on it, so I still can't see close up even though I got the glasses on. So if you write it in the comment, I could see it better. What? You can tell what? Can you tell me something? Of course you could tell me something. You could try. Go ahead. Say something and put your name in the comment. And I'll keep talking until you do. And tell me where you're from, too. All right? That's important. I'd like to know. I'm in the USA. I'm in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So I want to know where you're from, too. So mostly I'm going to be talking about drumming, what I've been doing, what's coming up, some of my friends, what they're doing. I recently played with Sambalolo, which is a West African band. We had a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous time. Music was sweet. And guess what? I didn't get no footage. No, I didn't have nobody to do the work. Sometimes I could set the camera up and get some footage, but what happened is the wind was blowing too hard. Well, both gigs that I played at, the wind was blowing so hard I couldn't put the camera on the tripod because it would have blew over. I don't have one of those sturdy tripods yet. That is a plan. So, and I didn't have anybody there that I knew that I could trust to just hold the camera and get the footage that I want, not the footage they think that they should do, because a lot of people think they're camera people when they're not. And I'm a videographer. I've been around a long time. I've been doing video work. I do my own video work. Like right now, I'm doing my own work, you know. And usually when I'm playing at a gig, I want to do the same thing, but of course my hands are tied, right, because they're on the drum and I can't go out there and videotape what's going on. So when I'm with Sambalolo, obviously I don't get to do that. Let's see, what are you saying now? Oh, that's somebody new. Where am I from? I just said where I was from. I'm from Cambridge, Massachusetts, in the U.S. Where are you from? That's what I want to know. So, yeah, I didn't get any footage of the African band, and the name of the band is Sambalolo, with Boubacar Diabetes, you know, there's all kinds of ways of saying it. Jabeti, you know, it's a West African name, and he's from Mali, West Africa. And I'm one of the drummers, the hand drummers in the band. I play with other bands too, but that's the main one. Oh, you're from India. And can you put your name in the comment like you just did when you said from India? Then I could read your name better. I can't read it when it's just there as your name. It's I have a problem with my eyes right now. So if you put it in the comment, then I can see your name. If you can, that would be awesome. Okay. Yeah. So I think the wife of the singer, she captured a couple of videos, and I have to go look at them, but I believe they're on my Facebook page or Instagram page. I'm not sure which one. As soon as I find them, then I'm probably going to upload them here to YouTube. So yeah, that's what happened. I didn't have a way to put the camera up to capture the whole band. I would just be capturing me, and that's not fair to the whole band. I was going to go stream live. That would have been the awesome thing to do. And like I said, the wind was blowing too much. And the lighting at the time of day, around 7 o'clock at night, the sun comes in a certain direction, and then that makes it a little hard too to place a camera with that kind of lighting. So unless you're moving around so you can get away from that sunlight, it's really hard. So though I'm a one-woman show most of the time doing my thing, when you're with a band, it's hard to be a one-woman show. That means being a drummer and a musician and a videographer. It's really hard to do that. You really have to have a third person doing the camera work. You really do. And if you're wondering what I'm having coffee. What are you saying? Ural is your name? Okay. I hope I said that right. Did I say it right? Ural. Vral. Do you pronounce the V? Or is it more like a B? I don't know how you pronounce it in India. But welcome. Thank you. What? The djembe? You're going too fast now. That's a different person. Hi. So you can put your name in your comments too, so I could see it. Says, hi, you exactly look like my grandmother. Well, I am a grandmother. Not yours, but I am a grandmother. But thank you. I hope that was a good comment. If it's not, you know. Somebody said something about the drum, so let's see what that was. If somebody was asking me about my drum, put it in there again. And today, just so to make it clear, we're only going to be talking about music-related things. I'm a musician and I'm a djembe. See, my drum. I'm a djembe drummer. I also play kit drumming, which is with the sticks, and I also do kungas. They're all in the house, so I just brought out Benji. You hear that? And the music that I play is West African drumming from Mali. And I also play reggae, roots reggae. There's a difference between regular reggae and roots reggae, so there's different variations of it. But I could do them all, so it's not a real issue. What else? R&B is my favorite. Jazz, funk jazz, soul, definitely soul music from old school. Love it. Yeah. But I could play pretty much anything. Like the other day, I was out in the square, and there was some. It's right near a Punjabi place. Speaking of India, there was a place where there was some music just flowing out of there, and I hadn't put on my own music, so I just started trying to listen and feel out the rhythms on my djembe. And someone came over to me and said, "Oh, you play Indian music?" I said, "Well, I'm trying." There's somebody from Punjabi came over and said, "Oh, you like the music? You could play more." And I'm like, "Of course I'm going to play more, because that's why I'm here in the square. I'm going to play more music." So yes, definitely I could learn it. It's not difficult for me. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, am I supposed to do something over here? Am I from? I already said earlier, I'm from Cambridge, Massachusetts, in the U.S. Where are you from? So today, I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Usually I do my streams to Facebook. But I decided today just to spend a little time with you here on YouTube for a few minutes. Talk about music. And that's all I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about my life. How am I married? Am I not married? Kids. I do have kids. I don't have a problem in telling you that I have children. I do have children. They're all grown, and they're on their own. I have grandchildren. I started my life as a parent very young. Not intentionally, it just one of them things that happen. So yeah, I have all that going on in my life. But more importantly is I am a musician and a drummer. I've been a drummer pretty much, in case you're going to ask me that question, how long have I been a drummer? I have been a drummer all my life. My mother said that before I was born, it was like I was playing drums inside of her. When I came out, I was always banging on something. Yeah. So I've been doing that all my life. My first drum set was made out of trash cans. Tin trash cans, the ones made out of tin. That's my first drum set. I just took them all in with boxes, turned them upside down, took the lids of the trash cans, put them on sticks, tied them, and those were my cymbals. I was determined to be a drummer by the time I was 12, 13. I was. I think that happened when I was 13. I had already been trying to make things before that, but my first drum set, I did that when I was like 13, going on 14. And then my mother broke down and she bought me a snare and a hi-hat, which is the cymbals, the ones that goes. And from there on, I had my own first drum set. I bought myself. And unfortunately, I ended up later in life selling that drum set to pay the rent. One of those things I don't recommend to anyone. Do not pawn your instrument that is yours, and do not sell it to pay any bills. Find another way. There's always another way. Now I own 3 drum sets. One is mine fully. The other 2 belong to my partner before he passed away in 2019. One of those drum sets has been inherited by one of my grandsons if he chooses to continue on with his journey in the drumming world. If not, there are at least 3 other grandsons that were interested in playing drums. So whoever shows the intent on becoming a drummer like me will get that drum set, but not until they're mature and well established in what they're going to be doing. Yeah. I thought there was a way I was supposed to wave at you guys when you come on. I don't see that, so must be on another platform. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you about what I've been doing. So I did 2 gigs over the weekend. One was for a little mini festival for Juneteenth. It was just complete drumming, no band members, no other people, just me and 4 other musicians who are drummers and percussionists, West African. And we did that. We also introduced the drum to little children who were dancing in the front, and I brought my drum down so that they could touch it and play with me, and they were so excited about that. And that worked out really well. And they were ages probably 9 on down to about 3 years old, and they were so excited about touching my drum. I have this thing when I bring my drums out to the square. I go to the square a lot when the weather's nice. And there's like a daycare over there. And when the daycare is there and I come out, the little children come running over to me. So I've been bringing my bongos. I have 3 sets of small, medium, and large bongos. I bring them out. I bring out the cowbell, tambourine, and a couple of stick things that you hit with the stick, or flappers, so that they can play music. And they always want me to play these songs that I have no idea. Like, well, I play Beauty and the Beast. I do know Beauty and the Beast. I know Frozen. And now there's a new song that they want me to play, which is called Troll. Matter of fact, the little 3-year-old was very upset because I was going to put on the wrong troll song. He knew his music list. I'm like, how do these kids, they're looking on the phone and know exactly where the song is. Amazing. Amazing. I have one grandson that used to be like that. He would know his songs. He would like to dance and play drums. He still does. He's now going on 11 years old. Doesn't have much time for me anymore, but he still does those things. And he knows his music. So this little 3-year-old wanted me to play Troll. And like I told you earlier, I can't see the phone that good. So I couldn't see what he was looking at on my phone, like to find the song. So I told one of the older girls, find the song. Just find the song. It's not fair that he don't get the song he wants. So she found it, and he was happy, and we played Troll, and he went home a happy camper. Matter of fact, the people who are going to walk him home had a hard time pulling him away from the square. He didn't want to go home. He wanted to go and play more songs. So if today were to stay stable and the sun would stay up, which I don't think it's going to, it's supposed to rain again, I would probably head down there with my drums. I would take down my djembe, not this one. I'll bring down the big one, Oswald, Blaze. This one is Benji. I would bring down Oswald and then bring down all the bongos and all the percussion instruments so that the kids could play. As well as I get to play my own music, you know, like I just get into a whole world of tuning out everybody else and just playing what I want to play and record it and then upload it here to YouTube later. But that's what I do. If you have any questions about music and drumming, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. I am here to talk about that. Upcoming shows I've got is in July. I just don't know where it is. July 4th with Sambalolo, the West African band. We'll be playing again for the 4th of July, which is an American holiday. Which right now the way the U.S. is doing their thing, not the U.S. I shouldn't blame the U.S. The way the government, and I don't mind saying that, is doing their horrible things, we shouldn't have a 4th of July because they're desecrating how America is supposed to be. But I'm not in charge yet. I tell everybody, if you don't like what's going on, vote for me. I'll be the president. I'll get things done. Women get things done. I'm not saying men don't, but women get things done. You know why? Because we run the household. We take care of things. We make sure the husbands get what they're supposed to get. We make sure the children get what they're supposed to get. We make sure everybody goes where they're supposed to be going. Plus, we do our own thing. We work, or we go to school, or we are getting the meals ready ahead of time. We make things happen. So why are you keeping us out of the government? Just saying. Just saying. But we're not going into the political realm of things. We're only sticking to music. In music, I can definitely do a lot of things here. Like I said, I am almost like a one-woman show. I can play my drum. I could set up a camera. I could get everybody else their chairs or whatever it is that they need, because sometimes they don't think about what they need before they sit down, and I always see it beforehand. So, yeah. And I could sell CDs at the same time. Well, that one's a little bit more trickier right now because then I have to look at the money and I don't want to, but yeah. And then, let's see, what else do we have coming up? We have, I have a promoter up in New York who's been trying to get me to come there for something, for some show. So that is still in the works. The first one that I was supposed to go to in August, um, they're doing something different, so they don't need me. But they're still they're still asking me to come. I'm not coming up for leisure. I come to work. I come to play my drum. So that's in the works. Um, Something else I was supposed to be doing. Oh, and concerts that are coming up for friends. I got to tell you about them. So my really good friend is on tour right now, Chris Mitchell Jazz. So he's been out there going from different cities to play his music in concert for people wanting him to come out. You know what I mean? So now that he's out there, people need to go out there and buy the tickets. So his next show, he just did one in New Jersey. So his next show is in Washington, D.C. on July 17th. So go to Ticketmaster or go find his YouTube page, Chris Mitchell. And he usually, when he's live, he always puts a link where you should buy tickets only. Because if you go, there are a lot of people out there impersonating him and wanting to be Chris Mitchell. And I can vouch for that because I have like 1,000 of them trying to become my friend, which I don't understand. Like, why do you all want to be in my world? Like, why? Like, seriously, there's only one of me. Why do I need 1,000 of you? Stop trying to be somebody you're not. All right? There's only one Chris Mitchell Jazz. So he's on tour right now. The rest of you are not. So stop using him. Anyhow, he is going to be July 17th at the Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. That's his next show. And moi, am going to be there. I'm not playing drums, but I am going to be there in concert. I'm watching the show. Yeah, supporting my special friend, best friend. He's my best friend. So if you didn't get your tickets yet or you want to see him in concert, he's all over the U.S. He was going over to Africa, but it didn't happen yet. But maybe next year because he has to rearrange things. So he might be over there next year, so be prepared. Yeah. So that's a bit of news. Let's see, the Conscious Band, who I play with sometimes. I haven't played in a while, but I did you'll see some of the videos if you go to my video section playlist or world music section playlist. You will find some videos of me playing with a band, and that band was called the Conscious Band. And it was combined with some other bands too, so I'm just going to call it the Conscious Band. And that was to raise money for the Jamaican Hurricane Relief Fund. Well, it was not just for Jamaica, it was for the Caribbean Hurricane Relief fundraiser. So I played music there. They know where to find me when they need me. You know, they recently had something in the Hat Shell. I did not know about it in time, so I didn't get to go. But yeah, I'm a hired drummer. I'm a hired drummer. Yes, I am. I'm a hired drummer. I am a hired drummer. I am for hire. I'm a solo act too. I don't get hired as a band like the people up in New York wanted me to come, and they wanted me to bring a band. I said, I'm not in charge of bands. Been there, done that, not gonna do it. You want a reggae band or a different kind of band, you gotta get the band, and then I will come and sit with the band, but I get paid my own pay. You know, that's the way it goes. I am not playing those games anymore because I found, and I'm sorry if there's any musicians in here or any men I want to say men musicians, you're not very nice to women sometimes. You're not. You're not. No. You take advantage of us. And it's not fair. You know, it's really not fair because there are some really great female singers and musicians. And it's not fair that we get taken advantage of. It's just not. It's just not. So be nice. You know, respect us for what we do. I've been in the music industry for a very long time, and I stopped for a long time too because of the reason of being disrespected. I had my own bands, and I had musicians coming in trying to think that they own my band, and I'm like, yo, this is original music. Do you know what original music means? It means I wrote it. That means I know how the song goes. Hello. You don't come in and tell me how it goes, and you're not even a very good musician yourself. Just because you're a man, get out of my face. I'm just saying. So I had like 3 bands like that, and I said, I'm done. I'm done. I was in bands when I was younger, and I did better. You know, I mean, people respected me because I was a female drummer. I was playing kit drumming then, and they never seen a girl drummer before, and I was a girl then, so therefore that was, you know, a novelty. And I was a kick-ass drummer. Okay, I played all that funk music. So I can't do that now. I got to get back in gear. I am practicing to get back into that groove, and I do have the rhythm to be there. It's just about I got to get into it and just start playing it. You know what I mean? And I'm being a little bit hesitant, just like I did when I first brought out the djembe. I'm a perfectionist in that way. I want the music to be right. I don't want nobody looking at me and say, "Oh, that's not the way that goes." And I've actually had, speaking of people critiquing, a few people come on my YouTube page and see me drumming, and I don't mind constructive criticism. That's fine. But if I say in the video, this is a practice, a workout, that means it's just what it is. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm working out the pattern. That means whatever the song is, I have not heard it before. I am just putting on the camera and rolling and playing it as I hear it. And there is going to be flaws in it because why? Because I got to get the timing. I got to get the groove, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to be perfect. So hello. If you can't be nice, just don't even watch. If you don't like what you see, you should go on about your business and go somewhere else and don't even look at me. Why are you sitting there leaving me a comment about, oh, this is the worst video I ever saw? Say, if you don't like it, change the channel. Isn't that what we used to do when we were kids? We didn't like what our parents were watching. The minute they walked out of the room, we went click, 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 put it back on the cartoons. All right, same thing on YouTube. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Just keep swiping. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to leave me a comment and tell me I was the worst thing you ever heard in your life, that you can't stop watching it. You can't stop watching it. You can't stop watching it, but it was the worst thing you ever. Unbelievable. I don't get it. When I don't like something, I just keep moving. And I'm also a person who will call you out on it too. You don't like it? And I did that. I left the person a comment and I said, nobody told you to stop by. Say it. It's like if you leave me a comment right here, right now. If it's not nice, I'm going to say something. I've been told I'm not supposed to, but I do not hold my tongue for nobody. Nada. Not going to happen. I call it like it is. You don't like it? Keep it moving. A little bird flew under the table. That was weird. So right now I'm in my backyard. So peaceful back here today. No people. Just birds and squirrels. I tried to come out here yesterday. It was raining though. But today, it's nice out here. I did this last summer. I actually was out here last summer and it poured rain on me. I don't know if you've seen those videos. I did my lives back here. I got caught in a rainstorm that I couldn't even leave the table even if I wanted to. I had to sit here until it stopped. I was soaked by the time I went in the house. I will not forget that. I will not forget that. Matter of fact, it was around this time. Yeah. We're in June. It was around this time of the month. It was 3 rainstorms right in a row. And we had one yesterday. The day 2 days ago, we came out here and put the umbrella up here and the cushions on the chair, which I had to end up covering back over so the rain wouldn't get them soaked. And we have another table over there. We have a rug down, one of those patio rugs. And we're trying to make it nice so that when the 4th of July comes around, my neighbors could come out here and cook out and enjoy the day. But I got hiccups now. Yeah. So I hope you all are doing fine. I don't see anybody really saying much, so I don't even know if you guys are still here. But yeah, let me check. Cause sometimes, no, there's nothing else here. Good afternoon. I didn't see that message. Good afternoon to you too. What's your name? Rika? You said good afternoon. What city am I in? I'm in Cambridge, Massachusetts, right outside of Boston. Boston and Cambridge are like twin cities. Well, Boston's a bigger twin. Cambridge is not. Actually, Cambridge and Somerville are like twin cities. We're about the same size. But we're both outside of Boston. Yeah, over the bridge, and there you are, right there in Cambridge. It's where MIT and Harvard University are. Is the city I live in. Been here for a while. Yeah. Most of my kids were born here. Let's see, what else do we have that I might have missed? Does it say? Okay, I'm glad I look like your grandmother. Never know. What's your grandmother's name? Let's see if I am her. I do have grandkids. Anyway, I want to appreciate you all for being here. Even the few that are here. I'm going to be on here a few more minutes. Let's see what time is it. Because I do have some other things to do. It's only 3:30. And it doesn't tell me how long I've been on here. Oh, I forgot to tell you all. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching and you do like what I'm talking about, because I talk a lot about music or life in general. Normally I don't go on live, but I do have a lot of videos on my page. I do upload just about every day drumming videos. And for those of you who are just coming in, I do have my drum out. I have my baby drum out with me right now. This is Oswa. No, this is Benji. This is Benji. I can't really play him today because my neighbor gets mad. start freaking out. And he has no right to. If I really get into it, I was just fooling around like, that's nothing. He ain't gonna get mad about that. But the minute I start playing something real and I got my music on, he does not like my music. Like, who doesn't like music? Like, seriously? First of all, he's probably a squatter. Probably ain't supposed to be in that building. The lady that lives in that building, who owns this house, particular house that I'm talking about, she's been around a long time. She's a beautiful Indian lady, lives in the neighborhood, always kind to everybody. I think during COVID, she ended up somewhere in a nursing home. I hope that's where she's at. And her family, who owns a lot of houses here in Cambridge, probably just didn't do anything about this one. Or maybe they put this guy in here, but he is not Indian. Just saying. And he has a dog. Not that that's a problem, but hey, you don't live there, so that means to me you're a squatter. But let us do that, huh? We'd be arrested. Anyhow, my yard that I'm in is private. We could do whatever we want here. Unfortunately, the building that he's in, that complains all the time, is right in our yard. I'm going to show you. See that red house right there? That's the house. See my yard? This is my building. And we own this yard. He does not. So whatever we do in this yard, he can't say nothing. Just saying. Can't say nothing. Anyway, I don't have much else to tell you that I'm going to be doing. Lining things up. I do have a few gigs, but they haven't been confirmed yet. Trying to get my manager to deal with that. As soon as he gives me the green light, then I will let you all know where I will be and if I'm going to be in your neighborhood. But I definitely will be in Washington, D.C. on July 17th to see the Chris Mitchell Jazz concert. So if you are in the area, you will find me. Let me know. We could go have a sip of coffee or tea, whatever is your thing. We'll go have it at the local cafe. But I will be kind of busy. My daughter and I are going, so we will be kind of busy. So I don't know. It is a planned thing, but it's a thing where we already have our plans. Just saying. So yeah. So I'm gonna let you all go because I got things to do. I got drumming to do. I'm going in the drum room in a little bit. Or if it doesn't, like I said, if it doesn't rain, I'm going to take my drum down to the square, play with the kids that come in, and play my music. Yeah, I might record maybe 1 or 2 songs. But, I mean, I love recording myself because then I can look back on it and can say, oh, I need to improve that song. Sometimes you'll see me upload the same song a few times because maybe I did it in 2019. I want to see what it sounds like in 2026. And then in the future, I want to hear it again. Because I'm always working on similar songs. And the reason for that is because you never know when someone's going to hire you to play that type of music. And I don't really care about whether anyone hires me. I am for myself. So I'm going to probably, as soon as I get a bigger Bluetooth, head to Harvard Square which is where I really want to go. Harvard Square has many places I could set up and just play all day. Just play all day. Is it Brazil? Brazil. You're from Brazil? Nice. Brazil. Brazil. Nice. Well, welcome on board. I'm a drummer. Yes. We're close cousins. My ancestry comes from Lisbon, Portugal, Cape Verde, and Sierra Leone. And upper parts like Scotland and England and stuff like that. Yeah. But my mom's side is from the lower, like West Africa. Right in that area. Right next to you, Brazil. Do you play drums too? Somebody said hi. Well, hi. I can't see your name. So I recommend if anybody's just now joining, make sure that you like what you're seeing. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my page, please do that. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit subscribe. So you'll know whenever I come on, as well as you'll know when I post the video. Yeah, I'm always posting my drumming videos. I'm sure that after you get done here, you can always go and look at that. And where am I? Who wanted to know where I was from? Oh, I already told you I was from Cambridge, Massachusetts, in the U.S. I'm not going to say the good old of U.S. because it's not so good right now to me. I feel so. Almost wish I could just up and leave and go to my great-grandmother's land, Portugal or Cape Verde, even Mali, because I have my ancestors came from that direction, as well as Italy and Sierra Leone and Sicily and a little place right near Ethiopia, all over. I got a pinch of everything over there. But right now, I'm here. I'm just here. Doesn't matter where we're from. We're all connected. People don't want to believe that, but we're all connected. And the reason I say that is because our ancestors were here around a long time before any of us were. And they mixed up with just about everybody. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. We all got a piece of somebody else in our DNA, because that's the way life goes, It's the way it goes. If anybody's 100% anything, that's a miracle. Just saying. Even if you were only in where you live, cousins mix up with cousins, aunts mix up with cousins, uncles, everybody's mixed up. Or some stranger came into town and fell in love with so-and-so. And guess what? Things happen. I can tell you that because my great-grandmother, who was from Lisbon, Portugal, and my great-great-grandfather, who was from Cape Verde, he was a whaler, right? And he was 7 feet tall, and she was 4 feet 3, I think 4, maybe 4 or 5 at the most, right? And they fell in love, and by the time, and he would come into port in Lisbon all the time, because that's what fishermen do. He was a whaler, so he was also a fisherman, and they would bring the whale meat into Lisbon, Portugal, to sell. And he met her probably while she was going there to pick up fish and whatever. And of course, they were too young back then. So when she turned 16, she ran away with him. She eloped and went on the ship with him. And because he was a whaler, he was always out at sea. And she, it was like she was kidnapped, right? He stole her away on the whaling ship. And they also came over to port over on this side of the world and landed in the little islands of Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, and the Cape Cod. And they put down roots, had children, and they got married. Not legally at first. They eloped and got married on the ship eventually when the captain found out. And then they eventually, got married. I want to say they got officially married on Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket. I'm not sure exactly which one was the right one. But there's a few marriage certificates. They even brought her sister over from Lisbon, who officiated one of those ceremonies. So I think they got married in the Catholic Church, and they also got married in the Protestant Church. And I have those documents, so I can prove that. I'm just not good with historical stuff to tell you exactly what did take place. And they had a lot of children. Some didn't live, because back in them times, things happened, right? But they had a lot of children. A lot of children between Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. That's where they all had most of the kids were born. My grandmother, my mom's mom, she was born on Martha's Vineyard, I believe. And then eventually they built a house on Martha's Vineyard. And she stayed there till she was 94, 95, somewhere around there. And then she just went to sleep and didn't wake up. Whereas my great-grandfather, he died when he was younger. I mean, he wasn't young, but probably in his 50s or 60s from drinking too much. That's what whalers do, right? Like, arr, arr. Like Jack Sparrow. My idol. I'm going to be a pirate like him one day. Yeah. So that happened. And look, they had a lot of kids. Now, nobody's alive anymore. My grandmother was the last one to live. She died at 98. Yeah, I think she was almost 99. My mom and her sister are still here. My grandmother only had 2 children, 2 daughters, Frances and Jackie. Jackie lives in California, and my mom lives here in Massachusetts. So, we are, the rest of us, because both of them had a lot of kids, and I had a lot of kids, and my siblings had a lot. Nobody had as many as I did, but we all had a lot of kids. So our legacy of who our ancestors are lives on and will continue to live. And as long as our grandchildren have kids, which nobody has yet. And I'm not in a rush to be a great-grandmother. No, I'm not. Hola. So, that's life. Yeah. So please subscribe so you'll see all my drumming videos. I don't require anybody to gift me or anything like that, not yet. I've thought about it a few times, like someone said, why don't you put your cash app in here? And then I could buy coffee with that. I could, but I ain't trying to be here for that. That means chasing the money, and I ain't about that. So it's almost an hour now. So I think I'm gonna end, and go do what I said I was going to be doing while the sun is still out. Or not. I want to thank you all for joining me today. It was my pleasure to entertain you with chatter. Yeah. And for those of you who are just coming in, this is my drum, Benji. He is my first drum. I have more. They're in the house. My major drum that I usually carry wherever I go is Oswald Blaze. Oswald meaning sword, and Blaze is a dragon. So he has a dragon built around him, painted or carved into him. So, and a lot of people, including my children, would say I'm the mother of dragons. So we decided to name him Oswald, the blade of the dragon. Oswald stands for blade, or sword. And Blaze is the name of a dragon. And that. Benji is named after my partner. No, actually, no, he's not named after him. The person I was taking drum classes with during COVID, he named him Benjamin because I purchased this drum in the month of March. And in the Rastafarian, I don't like the word religion, so I'm not going to use it, tradition or walk of life that we walk, because I'm a Rasta. There's 13 tribes, right? But 12 of them are men, and one of them is a female, and that's the month of Dinah. That's usually during the leap year, yeah. Whereas the other 12 months each have a designated time. Like my name is AngelNaphtalie. Naphtali is the tribe that I would be under. And don't ask me all the questions like, how do you figure that out? I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of information for me to tell you. And I'm not here to talk about that right now. But Benji is the tribe of March. So Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin. So we named him Benji. I didn't want the name Benjamin. So this has been Benji. And he stays in the house primarily. I have to get him repaired. I'll show you why. We have a slight little cut here, so I put some special tape on there. But we're going to change that into a goat skin. One of my brothers, my African brothers, is going to repair it for me. So Oswald Blaze is usually the one I take out if I'm drumming, or I could take out my kungas, but they're very heavy and I don't have cases for them, so I usually keep them in the drum room. So in my videos, if you go watch them, you will see me playing like 3 or 4 drums in the room, and that's usually Oswald and Benji and the kungas, Desi and Lucy. I named them after Desi and Lucy. Yeah, remember when Desi used to play kungas? Yeah. So I named them that. And I have bongos, but I've not been into the bongos as much lately. I have to be in a mood for them. They're there. And my kit drum, Naphtali, named after me. It was owned by me and my partner. And since I paid for half the drum set, and it was green, the tribe of Naphtali is green, and that's my favorite color, we named it Naphtali. It's emerald green, actually. It's the color of my eyes. You probably can't see them, but my eyes are emerald, blue, green, depending on my mood. So, yeah, I know I'm just jibber jabbering right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go. The time is now 59. It's 1 hour exactly. So I'm gonna end, and I want to thank you all for joining me today. And I'll be back soon. I'll keep you posted what I'm doing. But subscribe, like, and if you wish, you can share. And come back again and watch my drumming, all right? Go watch my videos. There's plenty of them there. And make sure you like them as you watch them. I'll talk to you all soon.